Hey, it's Dr. Nuesse back again with another video and another fitness equipment review. And today we are looking at the FEIER Star 100 treadmill. And yes, that is how they told me to pronounce it. It is FEIER. So in just a minute or two, I'm going to take you over to my gym. We're going to do an unboxing. We're going to do a full review with all of the features. And I'm going to let you know who this might be good for and who it might not be good for. So first, full disclosure is FEIER did send me this treadmill for review. I am going to give it an honest review because there are definitely some things that I like, some things that I think could be improved upon as well. And if you are looking to pick one of these up after the review, check in the description box below. I will leave a link to the FEIER store where you can pick one of these up. And they also gave me a 15% off discount code, which I will put on the screen right here, right now. Okay, so again, first we are going to do an unboxing and then the review will consist of, and I specifically want to talk about the assembly process. I absolutely hate putting together exercise equipment. I've put together so much exercise equipment in my day and I absolutely hate it. So we'll talk about the assembly. We'll talk about portability and floor space. How much floor space does this take up and is it portable? We'll talk about the noise as well. How much noise does it produce? Treadmills are notoriously noisy, so we'll talk about that and I'll actually do a noise test for you. We'll talk about the features that it comes with, and then most importantly, obviously, is how is the FEIER Star 100 treadmill to run on? Is it comfortable? Can you get a good workout on it? And I will leave timestamps to each of these parts of the review, so if you want to skip ahead, feel free to do that as well. Okay, first on to the unboxing. So here is how the FEIER Star 100 treadmill comes when you get it delivered. It's in this flat box. It came on a pallet. The full weight was about 200 pounds. We did ask the delivery guy, and that's pretty light for a treadmill. The unboxing is pretty straightforward, and I did it myself. And to be honest, here's one of the major features straight away is I did not know what to expect, so I was pleasantly surprised to find out that there was very little assembly required. So it did come with this little set of tools, but I think they were just to fix something in case it broke or came loose, as I didn't even open this pack. So basically all you need to do is unfold the treadmill once you get it out of the box and you are ready to go. And I did have a little bit of trouble, so begrudgingly I did need to look at the instruction manual. So it turns out to unfold the treadmill, it's actually locked, which is very smart, but it took me a minute to figure this out. And you must actually go to this little lever, turn it, and then you step on the lever, and while you're stepping on it, then it releases and you can unfold the treadmill. And from there, everything just kind of clicks into place. And then if you want to unfold it, it's pretty simple and straightforward as well. You just pull these little handles near the railing and then again, step on the handle at the base and it will fully collapse. Then you can easily move it around. From there, you simply plug it in and then you connect the little safety turn-off switch, the emergency turn-off switch. I don't know anybody that actually uses these. Does anybody actually clip these to their clothing? They're usually just dangling there, but yes, you do have to plug that in. And that's basically it. You are all set up and ready to go. All right, so next let's just talk a little bit more about the size of the treadmill and its portability. And this, to be honest, is one of the ways that this treadmill shines. So it is pretty small compared to some of the other treadmills that I own. And again, I own a number of treadmills. This is by far the smallest and easiest to fold up. You can fold it up in a matter of seconds. And then all you do is lift up in the base and you can just wheel it around if you want to store it in an upright position or move it to another location. With that being said, it certainly does not feel flimsy at all. This feels like a solid piece of equipment, and I felt that way when I was running on it as well. Next, we'll talk about the noise, and that is a big thing for me specifically, as I use our treadmills in our offices where we have clients and patients kind of coming in and out. So I want a treadmill that is as quiet to run on as possible. Fortunately, I do have another treadmill right next to this one that I can use kind of as a comparison. It's a much bulkier treadmill, and I'm going to let you actually hear for yourself the difference between the two treadmills. So first, the FEIER Star 100. And now this treadmill that I have been using for years in one of our offices. So when I was running on the treadmill, I really didn't think I could tell much of a difference, and now listening back to the footage, I would say that the FEIER Star 100 was at least the same as far as noise level, or maybe even a little bit quieter, and that's a big plus because I specifically bought the treadmill that I have in our gym because the reviews said it was particularly quiet. So I would say this is a pretty quiet machine. So next, let's talk about the features. So this, if you use them, is another big positive for the most part. We'll talk about the positives and the negatives. So it does have this huge screen, the biggest screen of any of the treadmills that I have, and what it shows is things like time, distance, calories, obviously. It does have 2 heart rate monitors, so you can grab on and get your heart rate. That's pretty standard for treadmills, especially at this price point. But it also comes with 36 individual programs with preset speeds and inclines. So this might be great for beginners who don't really know where to start, or maybe even for those who get kind of stuck in a running, quote unquote rut. All right, and next let's talk about the tech, because this treadmill does come with some technical features, some bells and whistles that I really wasn't expecting. So this is the only treadmill I've ever owned that has a wireless charging station for your phone, which I thought was super cool. You can just set your phone down and it automatically starts charging. It also has Bluetooth connectivity, so you can connect to several workout apps, and you can also connect to your music library. Now, this is not something that probably I would personally use it for, but I can definitely see how a lot of people would find this feature useful. So these features are great, but this treadmill is not perfect, so there are a couple things that I need to bring up. First is, while the screen is huge, it is easy to read, it gives you tons of information, it is not a tablet, so it's not like an iPad. And I don't think that you should expect that at this price point, but I did want to bring that up. It's a huge screen, but it's not like an iPad or a tablet. And the other thing I want to note, because this is important, is the maximum speed is 11.2 miles an hour, which is perfectly fine for most, but some may want to sprint faster than this, and that will be the maximum speed. It does have a 12% incline, which I think is very, very good. All right, and next let's talk about how it is to actually run on. And this is obviously the most important aspect of any treadmill. So some treadmills are they're super hard. They just beat up your knees. Some are not designed particularly correctly, in my opinion, and you can run too far forward where your toes actually start hitting off of the end of the belt. So I didn't find either of these to be the case in this particular treadmill, so I was particularly surprised with how comfortable it was to actually run on. I have a lot of treadmill experience, and for being a small and portable treadmill, this pretty much holds its own as far as comfort with any gym treadmill that I've ever run on. Okay, so as I was putting this review together, I was making notes along the way, and I want to give you who this treadmill might be right for, who it might not be right for. First off, who it's right for is someone who values convenience of being able to move the treadmill around, fold it down, move it into a different location, or maybe even fold it up and store it out of the way. Also, a big plus is someone who hates assembly, putting fitness equipment together. I don't know anyone that isn't in that category. Very, very simple to put together because really there's nothing to put together. You just kind of unfold it and it's ready to go. Plug it in and it's ready to go. Someone who wants a sturdy and comfortable home machine at an affordable price. So this is an affordable treadmill meant to be used at home, a home treadmill that's portable, but also feels very sturdy, and I feel like I can get a very good run workout on it. And also maybe someone who wants to use the fitness apps that it can connect with or the preset programs. That's just not something that I typically do. I just kind of hit the quick start and get going typically when I'm running on a treadmill. So who might this not be right for? So this is not right for someone who is a very fast runner or very fast sprinter. This will cap out, like I said earlier, at 11.2 miles per hour. So that's important to know before you buy it if you want to run faster than that. Now that's not going to be a whole lot of people, I don't think. But if you're doing like interval sprinting or something like that and you want to go up to like 12 miles per hour, this treadmill won't do that. Also, someone that wants to have a tablet on the actual treadmill, like connected to the treadmill. And to be honest, you're going to need to spend a lot more money to get that feature as well. But again, this has a very big screen, but not a tablet. And that is my review of the FEIER Star 100 treadmill. Check in the description box below for a link if you want to pick one of these up for yourself, and definitely use my discount code. All right, until next time, everybody, stay happy, stay healthy, and I will catch everyone in the next video.